Welcome into the Friday Betfred College Football Show, betting football show here. I am Drew Martin. We are presented by Betfred Sportsbook. Betfred gives you more. 3 games on the slate for Saturday. 3 underdogs all going at 12 noon Eastern. So starting off here in the Big Ten, in the Big House, Michigan hosting Penn State. Michigan -7, 50 being the total. We got Michigan 6-0, Penn State 5-0. Penn State off of the bye, catching 7. That's the way I'm going in this one. 2-0 straight up and ATS on the road in 2 hostile environments, guys. You might say like at Purdue wasn't that hostile. It was game 1, that blackout. I looked at that as a pretty good environment, and they went into Jordan-Hare on the Plains, Auburn, Alabama, come out with the victory. That was a good Auburn team. Not a good Auburn team by any means, coming from an Auburn alumni at this point, but still the atmosphere, they're used to that kind of, tough place to play, loud. They got a quarterback in Sean Clifford. Very good. I think this guy's actually underrated. I really do. He's a veteran. He can run it, an athlete as well. And I think the betting market's kind of underrating Penn State a little bit offensively. I mean, their rush defense, top 10 rush defense, which matchup wise, if you're going to beat Michigan, you need a good defensive front to stop their run game, because when you watch Michigan, their offensive linemen are big. They're good. They're likely a couple of them going to be playing on Sundays here. You need to be able to stop them at the point of attack. I think Penn State has that ability here, guys. And when on the Michigan side of things, what do we know about Michigan? Yes, they're 6-0. However, who have they really played? Seriously. I mean, Hawaii, Colorado State, UConn. Not a whole lot of meat on this schedule bone. Their 2 best teams they've played are probably Iowa. They can't move the ball on anybody. And Maryland. I mean, that Maryland game was a competitive game. Maryland was in it right with them. They had nearly 400 yards of offense against Michigan. I think Penn State's going to be able to move the ball, punch the ball into the end zone more than a couple times here. Getting the 7, couple stats here trend-wise. Penn State is 11-4 on the road, their last 15 against the spread, and they're 4-1 ATS last 5 as a road dog. So some good trends there towards the Nittany Lions. +7, 12 noon Eastern start. Let's go with Penn State in the Big Ten. Brought to you by Betfred Sportsbook. Guys, Betfred gives you more, the official betting partner of the Denver Broncos, Colorado Rockies, and soon the Cincinnati Bengals, currently licensed in Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Washington, Maryland, and soon Ohio. Check out Betfred Sportsbook in all of those states. Plus, hey, they're sponsoring the show here, guys. So trying to give out some winners. I am Drew Martin at Drew Martin Bets, Betfred Sportsbook. Next game up, Kansas and Oklahoma in the Big 12. Also 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific kick in this one. We get the Kansas Jayhawks 6-0 against the spread. Underrated here, catching 9. Oklahoma -9-point favorite, 62.5 being the total. Norman, Oklahoma. Look, we get Kansas, they're +13 cover margin. That means like where the point spread, where the odds makers are pricing them so far this season, they've been covering by nearly 2 touchdowns. Again, 6-0, cashing all of their tickets. Head coach Lance Leopold, we've talked about him actually before on this show. Comes over from Buffalo, where he's a good bet. Before that, Wisconsin Whitewater, winning national championships at that level. Now, some people bringing up the fact, Jalen Daniels, their starting quarterback this year, he's likely out, but their backup, I don't think there's much of a drop-off at all. Jason Bean, this is a kid I've watched, at North Texas, really good athlete, runs around, can throw the ball. We saw it against TCU. He had like 4 touchdowns in that game. He was playing some good football. And Oklahoma on the other side of things, guys, this is like catching a falling knife in the stock market with buying some of these stocks of recent. They're 0-3 their last 3 games, and their cover margin to the negative is almost 100 points, meaning where they've been priced, they've fallen short of the point spread by 98 points the last 3 games. I don't want to bet Oklahoma at all. And I know Dylan Gabriel, there's some reports he might be coming back this week. Dylan Gabriel, a guy, coming from UCF, he's good. And watching him at Oklahoma, but he's not a guy that's like going to take the team on his back and really take over the game. I really don't think so. So even if he does come back, is he going to be 100%? Is there going to be kind of some, pump the brakes on running the ball? I think so. So Kansas catching 9 here. I mean, Kansas was right in it against TCU, losing that game, against TCU, right in it. If you kind of just changed Kansas and TCU in terms of just the name against Oklahoma, is this 9? I really don't think so. I think we're getting even value here with them 6-0 against the spread, guys. Kansas Jayhawks +9, sprinkle a little bit on that money line, +255. Going back to Betfred Sportsbook, guys, here. Betfred provides the most personalized betting experience on the market, from in-person events with betting competitions, weekly promotional offers that fit your betting size and patterns, and personal touch you won't get anywhere else. Betfred gives you more. 2 in the books here, 1 left. Going back to the Big 12, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific kick in this one. This is one I really like, and this is the biggest underdog on the slate that I'm involved with anyway. Iowa State, the Cyclones, +16 at the Texas Longhorns. 48.5 being the total. Texas is -16. So we're getting a big favorite with a low total. I always say, like, when that happens, guys, you should kind of look towards the underdog because you get some leeway there. The market's telling us it's going to be a low scoring game, and we can get nearly 3 scores here on Iowa State. I think they're being underrated in the marketplace. I really do. We get head coach Matt Campbell, a couple trends here pointing towards Iowa State. He's 10-1 against the spread as a double-digit dog in conference. Got that from Mark Lawrence's Playbook magazine. And this Iowa State defense only giving up 14 points per game. So the defense kind of holding Texas here. I think they're going to have a real shot at doing so. And they've won 3 straight against the Texas Longhorns, and they've lost 3 straight this season. So kind of the betting public not wanting to bet Iowa State because, they've lost their last 3 games. But when you look at those last 3 games, Baylor, Kansas, Kansas State, all 3 solid teams and all 3 one-score games. They lost all 3 of those by within 7 points, right coming down to the end. So they're not like quitting on the season. They're still fighting hard for a good coach in Matt Campbell. And when we look at Texas side of things, this is a huge sandwich spot in the schedule, meaning they had a big game last week. They got a big game the next week. Well, this is the game that falls in between. Hey, in the middle of the season, kind of the perfect sandwich spot to go against. They just beat Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry 49-0, getting patted on the back all week on campus. Oh, you're so good. Now you got to prepare for Iowa State team that just lost 3 straight, and you got Oklahoma State on deck. I don't know. This is not looking good for the Texas schedule spot here, guys. Arguably the best team in the Big 12 in Oklahoma State on deck. Plus, it's 11 a.m. local time kick. Maybe that kind of takes away a little bit of this home field advantage. They're in Austin, a lot pointing towards the underdog. I really like this one, guys. Iowa State +16 as the underdog. Last thing here for Texas, they're 1-8 against the spread their last 9 as conference favorites. 1-8 ATS last 9. So they've been a money burner. And remember that first stat. 10-1 against the spread as double-digit underdogs in conference. That's head coach Matt Campbell for Iowa State. So, hey, guys, the Cyclones +16 to finish it out. All early kicks here, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and all underdogs. Iowa State +16, Kansas +9, Penn State +7. Remember to check out Betfred Sportsbook, guys. Betfred Sportsbook gives you more. Official betting partner of the Denver Broncos, Colorado Rockies, soon to be Cincinnati Bengals. Licensed in Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Washington, Maryland, and soon Ohio. Last little tidbit here, guys. If you parlay them all, $100 get you $620 at Betfred Sportsbook. If you money line them all, keep in mind that last one, +16 Iowa State, +520 on the money line. That would, if you money line them all, $7,200, risking $100. I'm Drew Martin. Guys, check out Betfred Sportsbook. Penn State +7, Kansas +9, Iowa State +16. Best of luck with your bets. Thanks for tuning in.